Okay, as for the design, I wish it, I wish I could have had larger sticks to put these cubes on and had them spread out more apart where you could look inside. So that's a tip, where you can look inside easily. You can look inside here fairly easily by bending these back and looking inside. But it'd be nice if they were spaced out a little bit more where you could actually peer inside with these and reach your hand down in there to turn them around or whatever. And also, I wish I could have had a clear plastic plate on the bottom where you could see the six, because I'll go into that now. What this is labeled as is ones. There's one for each of these micro cubes. I call them micro cubes. There's one for each of these. There's two for each of these. There's a 3 on top for all of those. There's a 4 over here, continuing, wrapping around it, sort of 4 for each of these, 5 for each of these, and you'll just have to take my word on it that there's a 6 on the bottom of all these cubes. And that's the reason I kind of wish I had a clear plastic base where you can see the bottom. And if I had these spread apart more and spread apart lengthwise too, that would have been better. But in order to understand what I'm doing here, shall bring it back to 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Is that well, you have to understand what a basic Magic Ghost Number Cube can do. So here's the primary numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the ones that are closest to the faces of this central cube. And the central cube is the addition of these primary numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in an addition cube. So that would be 21. And if you look back over some of my videos, you'll see what a Magic Ghost Number Cube can do. But I won't go into it too much here. But what interests me most about the Magic Ghost Number Cube is the cube inside the core Ghost Number 21, made up of the addition of all these primary numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because that produces all the inner machinery, which ultimately produces the outer ghost number on all 8 sides, 8 corners. So what I've done here is a diagram of what this is intended to mean. I just increased the size of the central core ghost number cube, and I labeled each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Gave that to each face, these micro cube faces. This is a 5 by 5 by 5. You can have 4 by 4 by 4. You can have 3 by 3 by 3, and you can have 2 by 2 by 2. And a 1 by 1 by 1 is just a core ghost number again by itself. And if you look inside here, and this is the reason I'll turn off this bright light. If you look inside here, you can see the numbers that I drew on or wrote on them. There's a 6 made up of all the addition of 1, 2, 3, the 6. The faces hidden. There's 4 faces, and I have them written on all the 4 faces of this one. There's 2 and 3, so that's 5 on 4 faces that are hidden. And so I'll just go into the math right here. what I did is I added up all the primary numbers that are around each of these micro cubes, and I wrote it in red. So this is 6, this is 3, this is 3, this is 3, this is 9, this is 4, this is 1, this is 1. And for the first part of this, I added up just the red numbers in a roster, and I brought them over, and this is the outer cube, I believe the circle turns. That gives you 525. This is the inner cube, the 3 by 3 by 3, 3 by 3 by 3. That's the square numbers. That gives you the 189. And I was just dividing the central ghost number, or the core ghost number, the original core ghost number, into these numbers, and I discovered that it told how many faces are shown on the face of each face of the cube. These micro faces, there's 25. And for the interior cube, there's 9 faces. 9 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 faces. And so right here, what this is, I added up these numbers, how many times they appeared, how many hidden faces there were. I added those numbers down here, this roster, in the black lettering, numbering. And I went across and added these for the outer cube. And that was 2,205. Divided it by 21, the core ghost number again. You get 105 hidden faces on the outer cube. So I separated these numbers, the inner cube, 3 by 3 by 3, into these squares. And I supposed that all of the faces were hidden. And I filled up this roster. I came up with 1,134 divided by 21 gives 54. I think that's 54. 54 faces that are hidden. And so that reveals all the, if you added up 9, I guess, times 6, yeah, that would be 54. And so a total of 159 faces that are hidden throughout the whole system of these faces. Then, this is the exposed hidden cube inside. These are the numbers that it would have if the faces weren't hidden. These cube faces. And the rest of the faces that are hidden would be 33. I totaled all these numbers up, and it came out to 693, and 21 goes to 693 33 times. But that's just an extra bonus onto this. But these numbers here describe the whole system around the faces. Well, thanks a lot.